All right. Got a decent FPS here, even with the stream. We're kind of in a rough spot here. We're in the spawn town right now. It's not worth trading out unless I get a storage increase. This place looks pretty looted. Yeah, that t-shirt is a Freshies t-shirt. Server restart in 3 minutes though. Someone locked that door, that's interesting. Makarov magazine. Alright, nothing up here. Let's get the hell out. Can't do anything about that locked door. Let's try and get away from this town before we before the server restart comes on in. Never mind. All right. Hey, Daniel. Yes, I'm sorry I didn't stream yesterday. I was doing a lot of work on the house, but we're getting there. I've got, like, I had one room that I needed to get cleaned out. That was basically full of these boxes and all the new furniture. And I mean full, like, floor to ceiling full of these boxes. It was a metric ass stuff. We got those chopped up and got out. We got my new table for like Warhammer built. That's cool. We finished. We got my new dining table refinished and in there. So like, my kitchen and dining room, game room is almost done now, and that was all done in one day. It was like 10 hours of hard work. It was on Sunday. But yeah. Unfortunately, right as I got on, we got a server restart on the one I'm playing on. For this, I don't know if you're familiar with DayZ. This is another game. I don't know. I figured since I'm playing, I should try and do something to be on, even though it's not my racing game. I kind of want to wait because I think tomorrow, or either tomorrow or like this week, like Thursday, Le Mans Ultimate is coming out of early access, and it's getting a whole new tire model, a whole new everything. So I've been kind of waiting for that because, like, why get good at the old tire model again? You know, when they're about to change it again. So I'm playing DayZ right now, and I don't know if you're familiar with DayZ. It's a pretty old now survival game. It came out in 2012. Was around for a couple years before that as a mod for a different game. But it's basically an open world sandbox zombie survival game. And this is the server I have my character on that I was enjoying. It might be coming back up right now. Nope. It should be up in a few minutes. Got you, yeah. Come on. There we go. Or not. It's still. It was. It actually was, yeah. but it's a different game than PUBG. So PUBG and Battle Royales, you know, they're based on rounds. They're relatively quick. These ones are based on... This is a much longer game here. I'm just going to really quick. It's usually quicker to see when that unlocks. Because it will... Jump back. Yeah, it's longer form factor, so it's not based on rounds. You just spawn, then survive as long as you can, and then when you get killed by a player or by zombies or by the environment, you know, you just fucking... You start again, and you go. Of course, like I said, we're waiting on this server we're playing. So a lot of these servers are all ran, you know, by the community. You can play the base one, but I like using a little bit of mods. So your players don't transition on servers, so I can't like loot up on this server and then go to this server and play on that. It's a different character per server, which is why I'm waiting. So I'm not that far. I could join a different server if I really wanted to. It's just, of course, as soon as I get on, they restart. All right, well, there we go. They're filtering people back in. They're not peer-to-peer. They are a hosted server, but people pay for them, run them, install their mods on them, supply them, and then, you know, each character is tied to that server and that server's database. So this one doesn't have a whole lot of mods. It just has some more content mods, some quality of life mods, you know, so more guns, more vehicles, better base building. But it's not like, oh, you know, we're adding in, you know, like a currency system and traders, because that's not really core DayZ. Yeah, so basically, what it literally is you spawn on the coastline of this fictional country of Chernarus, and you just fucking survive. You try to get food, water, you try to avoid sickness, you try to avoid, you know, animals hunting you, zombies hunting you, players killing you. There's no points, there's no winning, you just go as long as you can. You can talk to somebody and be nice, or you can blow their head off and take all their shit. It's entirely up to you what you do. It's a total sandbox. And I have some gear. I've been looting the first time I spawned into. And so I've got like a single shot rifle and like 7 shots and some stuff, which is actually really good for just looting one town. Normally you'd only still have a mid weapon, so I definitely did get lucky here. So yeah. So I've got this. This is a Bacal IZH-18. So it fires 7.62x39, which is the same bullet like an AK-47 will shoot. So it's a pretty common bullet, right? But it's just a single shot break action gun. See, I can pop one out and then load it back in. So yeah, it's not like an amazing gun, and if I fire this, it's gonna ring the dinner bell and cause zombies from all over to come find me because it's unsuppressed. Like I said, I've only just spawned in. I've got basic stuff. I got this stab vest off of Police Zombie. I have a basic backpack, some stuff. But when it comes to food and water, I'm not doing super hot. But I don't want to stay on the coast. And why you don't want to stay on the coastline is that's where everyone spawns. So everyone hits the coastline really frequently because if they just got killed, they need stuff to head inland. You know, they're gonna run through there and go. People play right there. He's a freshie. He's right in there. He's a gun. I think he saw me. He just got a gun out of that shack. I don't want to waste a bullet right now. Yeah, he definitely has some sort of rifle. Damn it. That was a mistake. I thought for a second I could hit the shot on him and take it out. All right, we're gonna disengage. I don't know if he's got a round in that thing or not. He does. He missed too. All right. So we just fired 2 shots. Zombies are gonna be coming because we're close to that town. We have to displace. There's one right there on me. This is Amber. There's more. Yep. Like I said, they get angry. They get plenty angry when shots are fired. Alright, I do need to eat. We'll just chill right here for a second, let these zombies calm down. Well, knowing that he actually did have bullets in that thing, that he found a gun, that was a freshie almost, he had a fucking rifle with ammo. That's hilarious. We both missed our one shot each other. I don't think we're gonna want to really try and engage, but my goal now is to get a different position and just displace. Depending on how aggro he is, he might see this horde of zombies right outside here. So we just ate a good amount of our food. We still have some. All right, so we have water, food, temperature, blood, and health. I can trap a decent amount of the zombies in this building. Oh, the door's on the other side, though. See, I want to get away from where that exchange happened, at least that angle. He doesn't have particularly good clothing, so he should be relatively easy to spot if we just keep our eyes open. Let's see how many zombies are actually after us still. That's just one. We might just want to deal with that guy. A huge trail of zombies following you will make you really easy to spot, you know? Now, I didn't have to shoot at him, like I said, but like I said, a freshie with a gun will see a guy who only has a little bit more gear than him and be like, dinner. So I want to try this place. The problem is like, you need to be careful. I didn't get enough of him to figure out how aggressive he was. Before I cross a huge open gap, you know. Just look to see if I see that blue shirt. You don't want to sprint everywhere, but right now, with us just, you know, trading a little bit of lead, speed is security. Alright. I'm gonna slow down to a walk so I'm burning less supplies so I don't have a lot of food and drink. But I do want to get away from the coastline. Yeah, so blood and health are both different ways you can die. So you can die of bleeding out even if you're otherwise bodily healthy. So if you have, you know, lacerations or, you know, a popped artery, things like that, that will kill you even though the rest of your body's fine. And health is like the general status of the rest of your body, right? So if either one of them go to 0, you die. Does something happen at night? It depends on the server you're on and if they have mods for it. Usually it just makes it really fucking hard to see because there's no power. You know, you can get generators and power stuff in your own base, and you can get batteries for flashlights or for night vision goggles, or you can use glow sticks or road flares to see. But like, yeah, some servers have it to where zombies can only sprint at night, though that is not vanilla. So, but the map is literally huge. Now, well, I was gonna say, in most games, if you press M, it will not show you where you are, or it will not show you a map. You have to actually get the map. This is one of the mods that gives you this, right? So each one of these big squares is 100 by 100 meters, and so this is a very large map. You know, approximately 256 square kilometers, and so we're roughly here-ish somewhere, because right here past this church area is where we had our little shot. We ran down, hidden here, came over this way, went up here. But yeah, I think judging by that, yeah, and I just know that from all the times I spent in this game, so I can kind of figure out where I am pretty quickly. We're gonna go up to that farmhouse building, check it out. I do need more food. We've got 2 water bottles that are nearly empty, so we need to get clean water too. You can't just drink water from a river or from the ocean. The ocean's salt water and the river is not going to be clean. But there are wells around us not too far. But getting away from the coastline and the major towns where tons of players spawn will help not only keep us safer, but it will let us get fresher areas that haven't been picked over, right? So I'm choosing to kind of walk in this tree line a bit here, because it's a little bit harder to be spotted when you're moving through the brush versus out in the open. And of course I'm solo, I've got no buddies on, so I need to be a little careful. There is a goat right there. That could be a lot of food. But to kill it, I'd probably have to shoot it. The fact that it's not already dead tells me that the other guy didn't come this way. Distant gunshots to the north. I think we take this risk. We'll use one of our... Oh, where did this fucker go? Where did you go, goat? Where did he go? That would have been so much meat. If I scared him off when I was getting us a little bit closer, I'm gonna be a little sad. Wait, I hear him. Worried about that house right there, but oh, there he is. On a clean shot. Right there. Quickly now. Sorry, Mr. Goat. But you're gonna keep me fed. Yeah. Huge amount of meat. We can cook that fat too. Okay. Now we got this place. There is another shack there which could have valuable loot, but like I said, we just fired a couple shots in this vicinity. There's a fucking player base right there. That structure right there, that's a player built structure. Doesn't guarantee that it's currently occupied, but yeah, that's a huge player base. Where am I at? Because this is actually Pusta. If I've drifted west a bit. Nothing in the raincoat, nothing in the tracksuit jacket. Yeah, there's no way I got the Pusta. Where the fuck am I? Okay, I actually might be lost. Oh no, I'm just in a whole different part of the map than I thought I was. I was in Bernzino. Okay. There we go. That makes a lot more sense. I'm like, where the fuck am I? So yeah, here I'm saying I know the map so well. I know I'm down there. I'm actually on the total wrong side of the map. That's okay. So it does look like down there is a well, which we do need. Question is did they build around the well and lock it in? Because sometimes people can be cunts like that. I don't really want to get too close to that player base. While I'm opening is I'm checking vicinity. That just shows you any loot that's like kind of at your feet. Because that was an apple orchard. So if any apples had spawned, I was gonna look for them. Okay. Raid screwdriver. Huge burst of gunfire right there. Room. It does look like these bastards built and probably locked off the frickin' well. We might die. This is a really risky place to be in. I'm almost certain these guys have... Oh no, it's... Oh wow, they almost did. I was gonna empty that, but it didn't let me. Yeah, because we don't want to have any of this old water. We don't know where it came from. So I guess the disposable water bottle doesn't let you refill here. It's good to know. You need to sleep. You do not need to sleep. Now you might need to take it easy if you get injured, because there's no like heal button. There's no, you know, fucking med kit or heal syringe that gives you health back. You just need to recover it with time and food and not moving around on an injured body. But there's no like you need to sleep or you will degrade in this game. So I should drink and discard this water bottle since I can't refill it. Yeah, it is currently raining, so I don't really want to travel while it's raining. Failed at that. Because that will get me just wet. I don't have rain clothes. And wet will be cold. That being said, I don't really want to be this close to this base either. So let's head to Druzhba. West, southwest. We'll hide out there. It's not too far to be in the rain, but also, you know, if those guys don't, you know, log back in, I'm not in their immediate hometown, you know. Because if they have a base that big, they have a lot of resources. That is not easy to do. This isn't Rust where you can build really easily. That takes a metric ass ton of time. Besides, we do have... Oh, the rain already stopped. Never mind. It was just a summer shower. We have a lot of meat that we need to cook before it goes bad. Here's a little hunting blind. Just a camo hat. I mean, sure, we'll do it. There we go. We have a camo hat now. It does have a slot for a fishing hook to store, so that's not terrible. Alright, let's see. We don't have an axe. So we'll have to be a little bit careful about how we gather our supplies and how we make this fire. We don't want to be visible from afar. We'll need some bark. We don't want to ruin our knives, so we need to be careful about how much we use it. This is our only sharp object right now. I'm making a fire. so I can cook my goat that I shot. That being said, you know, I've got just this sort of cheesy, you know, kitchen knife. We've already worn it down pretty good, and that is, you know, before. Do I need to sharpen this? I do. Okay. So I'm gonna sharpen this guy with my knife. It's raining again. So definitely not going to oh. Where did... There's my stick. I want the stick. Definitely not going to mill a fire while it's raining. Over there is where I was going to take shelter, just to stay out of the wet. Yeah, every other living player you see is a player, is a human being. It's not a, there's no AI besides some zombies and animals in the game. Now, like I said, just because I can kill someone as soon as I see them doesn't mean I always will. Just a freshie with nothing to lose and a gun is actually a little scary. Because they can save a lot of time if they just pop some dude, you know? Interesting. A blaze. That's a really good rifle. Fires 308. I don't have anything that would shoot that just yet. But that blaze that's another break action, but that's a double barrel over under rifle. Fires 308 Winchester rounds. Damn, what the fuck? Okay, ooh, we got some good stuff in here. That's a good jacket. It's a really good jacket. And then this 5.56 ammo and a magazine. Man, why is there 5.56 ammo in a hunting loot area? Like, you do spend like hunting rifles and stuff. You don't expect a mill grade round like that. So yeah, loot is the guts. Now, is that guts of an animal? Is that guts of a person? Because yes, you can't... Holy shit. This is a good backpack. Hunting gear is actually usually pretty good, but this has been an amazing find. So I'm just going to transfer all our stuff over to it. Forgot I had Pokemon cards in this. This is a much better color. Look at that. Yeah, so this server has an all chat. That's a controversial feature. Some people like it, some people don't. In the original mod, oh, 308 Winchester rounds. Fuck yeah, baby. Is that a whole pristine box of them? It is. Look at that. 20 shots. Let's put those in my pants. Less likely to be shot there. Then throw you up. Now, if we get a hunting scope to mount on this thing too. Oh, hell yeah. This is a huge raise in caliber. Yes, it was 7.62, but this is fucking 7.62 by 54. Sorry, by 51. And that was 7.62 by 39. So a lot longer casing, a lot more powder, a lot more energy out of a 308 versus an AK round. This is one of the best cartridges in the game. Sure, I only have it in a, you know, 2-shot rifle, but yeah, we absolutely left the IZ behind. This is just a straight upgrade. We have more ammo, better ammo, and 2 shots instead of 1 shot. So that's a huge find coming to these hunting places. And I managed to not get myself too wet. I think I'm damp. So yeah, we're definitely going to want to let our stuff dry out. And there's a fucking press vest there. That is hilarious. Can I actually use this fireplace? I think I can. Okay, alright. I think I can use this fireplace. And if I can use it, that means I can cook my meat in here. So we're going to take bark, combine it with this, craft a fireplace. Oh, wait, yep, place. Nice. All right, so then we need to put in more sticks and more kindling. And we're going to need logs too. Now my knife is almost ruined, but I should be able to get firewood from one of these smaller trees. Like one of these guys. Yes. Okay. It's damaged. This kitchen knife is not it's not a woodworking tool. But we have some logs. Now we don't want to put them on the fire yet because that will snuff the fire. So we're going to drop these down. It's too much wood for right now. We're going to take our matches. Okay, didn't go, didn't light. It lit, okay. So we're going to let that burn up for just a bit. Place some of my meat on there like that. Attach, and we're cooking. It's not the safest area. I just want to look in those windows, and if we go out, you'll actually see smoke coming out of the chimney because we're using it. But it's a lot more subtle than being entirely exposed in the forest, you know? Yeah, this is a good find. 20 shots of 308, a blazer. We have goat meat to eat. We have a full water bottle. We need a new blade. That is something we absolutely need. Okay, these are done. Let's take them off. They burn. Cook some more. It is a little bit risky, yeah. Oh, I didn't realize I could have also used it right there. That's okay. Yeah, I used to play this game with my dad before he died because my dad was ex-military, Green Beret, and he loved like the navigation and the scope of it because this game, like, it's not like the most realistic thing ever, but like you know, like in the base game, you had to do actual compass and map navigation. You didn't have that something telling you where you were on this thing, right? In this world was so big, and it's a really cool concept. He really liked it for not being a guy who usually liked PvP games. We burnt through our kindling entirely. I think we'll be able to cook all of our food before the fire will burn out. Yeah, like this rope I have, if I like say, let's say like, you know, I hold a guy up, I can use that rope to tie him up and stuff too. Yeah, my dad was a huge gamer and nerd. Yeah, he served in the National Guard, which is sort of like a reserve military. Also, ran his own business, but yeah, he was into old school like RPGs like Asheron's Call and Baldur's Gate, and he liked Counter-Strike, and yeah, DayZ became his big game back in the day. And so even before we had the standalone version, it was a mod for a military simulator called Arma 2. And we played it together all the time. I still have screenshots on this account from when we played it together. And the Arma 2 mod is still actually better than this in a few ways. Like the amount of zombies. Because the Arma 2 mod could spawn literally thousands of zombies. I'm overheating my character next to this fire. Oh, but it just finished. Alright. Let's put the fat on. I'm gonna go stand outside for a bit, let my guy cool down. The cool breeze, just because sitting right next to that fire, I was overheating him a bit. You can see my temperature gauge is up in the yellow. Let's take a little jog. But yeah, building a base is something we might do if we have an amazing life, but it's an incredibly long form to do. Like, you need to chop down the individual trees, move all the logs over, gather the nails, gather the tools. It's not like Rust where it's pretty quick. It is incredibly long to build a base. That's why you never see a large base like, oh, that's a huge amount of players and they worked for like 15 hours to build that thing and they're an actual threat. What I would build would be like a 1x1 with like a barrel in there for storage. Good, it's cooked. All right, and now we've got a lot of food. All right, let's keep heading west. Automatic gunshots to the north. Now see, I could fill a water bottle with that water. But since that's just stagnant sitting water, that probably would not be clean, and I could get sick from drinking it. There actually is a full-on infection system in this game. So that's Dubrovka I'm seeing. Either Dubrovka or that was one of those. I might head that way. Because, I mean, we still could use better gear, right? Definitely could use more stylish pants. Did I check these sheds at the very back here? I don't remember if I did or not. Sweater. We did not. Alright, question. Can I put this scope on my blazer? Oh. Oh yeah. It's all coming together. Now that M24 is a good rifle, but it takes a magazine, so that would be a single shot instead of a... Man, dude, I am very glad I came back in here. I thought I'd hit the whole place. I'm like, you know what? I do need pants. Those are pants. They're good pants for storage, bad pants for everything else because they're bright fucking white. Come on. Yeah, I must have missed these. Okay, no, we looted those. We missed those back too. All right, so now we have a very, very competent hunting rifle, and that includes for hunting people. And this is a great tool to be scoping out stuff. Now, would I want to get into like a straight gunfight with it? Probably not, because 2 shots per reload and a huge ass scope. So I'd probably be hip firing if they're in close. But that is huge progress right there. And we just don't need this stick anymore, so we'll drop it. I don't really need that pipe anymore either. So I'm gonna drop that pipe too. I was using that as a blunt weapon for a little bit. Yeah, so now we're gonna travel to this next town over down here. It's still not gonna be totally safe, but it should be safer than the Berenzino on the coast. Trying to keep my head on a swivel. So you can walk and turn your head independently in this game by using the Alt key. It's really nice to just be making sure you're just keeping aware of your situation. In the military, they teach something called SILS, which is a stop, look, listen, smell. And you can't smell anything but the gamer sweat when you're playing video games, but you can do the rest of it. Not seeing too much activity. Also not seeing any zombies. See, this is an older game, and while it looks pretty good up close, you know, as you can tell from afar, it definitely does cull a lot of those details to save on performance and stuff. What would be really cool is if we found an airdrop or a like a helicopter crash site, because we're pretty far from any of the major military bases where you can get the really high-end gear and stuff. But we have enough food and water right now that we can, like, we've got a gun, we've got basic armor in that press vest, we've got decent clothing, I mean, we're pretty much ready to start hitting something more dangerous and more risky. Only thing, like, civilian grade I still need is a good knife, because our kitchen knife is about to break. And you need sharp tools in this game to do just about everything. And that's another thing, how this game, like, even when you're at max level and stuff, why it keeps you looting while it keeps you exploring and stuff, is everything degrades. Little stream here. Everything degrades, right? So as you use everything, we'll slowly go from pristine. New outpost is formed. Check your map for the location. Oh, Zelenogorsk. Okay. So that's a high loot area that's spawned on the map. Listen, that's a mod, but it's cool. It gives you some goals to do. No one in that tower. like I said, so now that we're not the immediate coast, the likelihood of us seeing a player soon isn't super high, but the ones that we will see are going to have a much higher chance of being geared versus being a fresh spawn that has nothing, right? The fact that this door is open and this place is entirely empty, though, tells me that I'm not the first guy to come through here. We didn't see any zombie activity from afar, so that might have been a while ago. Do not like crossing this open. Some shit to your clothing, that's about it. I was actually really hoping that there would be some better stuff in here. I just heard either a gunshot from a very long way away or silenced. I want to say a very long way away, but there was a basiness to it that surprised me. Just to the west. Only one shot though. If it was somebody using a suppressed gun and popping zombies, it would have been probably more than one. You wouldn't just waste a fucking bullet when it's just one zombie harassing you. Could be a guy hunting. There we go. I will take a cannon Sprite. Disposable foodstuffs are always good. Is you can get cars, repair them. You can get helicopters too that you can fly around. But that's all very end game stuff. Can opener? I'll take a can opener. This looks like just a slightly darker hunter bag. I'm not gonna change out mine. How are my shoes? Damp, but otherwise fine. Alright, there's another well there. Heat pack, we shouldn't need that on this map. Take some free water right here. Night vision head strap, but no night vision on it. Interesting that that's in this civilian's house. Like, that, I don't know. What do you think? Do you think they're into some weird kink play, or do you think they're you know, the gravy seals, the tactical larpers? Night vision head strap, but no night vision. A wrench. Radar cap. A chest holster. Those are cool, but I've got a vest. Oh, hello. somebody turned this into a little base. Okay. So turning an existing structure into a base is very popular because sometimes you only need to, you know, wall off one door and then you got a pretty good, pretty secure, pretty hard to raid base. The downside is dumbasses like me just wander into it and now I know where there's a base. So if I get high enough kit to where I can raid a base, I can just come back and I can break in and steal all their shit. That's why I like building my own base out in the middle of nowhere, independent of existing structures that players are just going to walk through looking for equipment. You know? Alright, let's see. I think our best route is to head to Gorka and then down to Starry and Starry military base. We got food and water for the trip. And we need to start hitting areas with no loot to start trying to get better weapons and armor. We also need to hit industrial zones looking for nails and other things we can use to stash gear, because even if we get cool gear, if we kill a guy with max gear, we can't take it all, obviously. We have nowhere to store shit, then it's kind of a waste. Lots of booty caps are finding today. So how are you doing, Daniel? Anything fun or exciting lately? Okay, there's Gorka Town. So there is a police station in Gorka. I did forget about that. Police gear is also decent. Oh, hello. Damn. Ooh, canned sardines. This is a nice little find. The chances of that police station being looted already are very high. It's a good building. Can't really see much from right here. There also is a pharmacy in that town, actually, now that I remember. So, yeah, let's go in and check it out. Also, like, not seeing any zombies. Okay, there's one. Player! Right there. So it might just be one. He's wearing firefighter gear. Oh man, I have a terrible angle. Kind of look like he's on one of this hill, which is why I ran up this way at first. Yeah, he was wearing a yellow firefighter outfit. That's a zombie, that's not the same guy. That zombie's wearing NBC Talks gear, which is really interesting. It's an airdrop coming in, of course there is. No, I haven't decided if I'm gonna kill this guy yet. I do not want to aggro this zombie. We might not even see him again. He might have already ran off, but... if he doesn't look armed, I might try and talk to him. I'm going to be opposed to teaming up with somebody if they're friendly, but... also, like I said, if they've got like a nice rifle. That's a nice rifle. It could be mine, or it could kill me. And be very careful now, because I've lost sight of them. I don't think they knew I was around, but... I have lost track of them. And now, in going to where I think they might be around, I'm risking being seen, because I'm going closer to them, right? Fucking base right here, of course there is, in this house I wanted to get into to look down on the town. Outpost is now under attack, alright. Somebody decided they wanted to have fun. So it was right around here where I saw them last. Could have ran down this little dirt road. Damn. Think we might have lost these guys, gents. They didn't look too high kit, which usually is a good time to try and make friends. That being said, like I said, if I saw them with a nice rifle, I probably would have just gone for this shot. That's a huge help. Love the tooling kit right there. Airdrop on his way to Tizzy Military. Well, this road we're on takes us to a weirdly private area. I wonder... Wonder if that guy has a base out this way, or if he didn't actually go down this road. I mean, with as long as it took us to get down here, he could be just about anywhere by now. So, we're gonna quit the town and keep heading towards Starry. Shame we couldn't get a player interaction there, but we did see someone. So yeah, we shot at one guy, we saw the other. First steps. I have like 3,000 hours in this game. Are you fucking high, game? So yeah, we're gonna try to head from here down to Novi and Starry. These are kind of in the center of the map, and there's a military camp right here, military base here, and one of the largest military bases on the map up here in Northwest Airfield. So we can go there to get a good amount of gear as sort of a loot run, and we have a high chance of getting into some combat. Or, like I said, I'm not just trying to kill people. If I see somebody and I can get the drop on them and I can keep myself safe, I'll happily team with somebody. There's no reason we can't make friends, but I like to be the guy who sees them first, you know? Ooh, a canteen. I will take that one gladly. It's chilly and it says it's full of water, but I don't know if that's clean or not. So we're gonna empty that bad boy out until we can know we can fill it up with nice and clean water. But canteen holds a lot more water than that disposable bottle we have. Alrighty. So we got a bit of a trek. The junkyard right here as well. It's okay, we got food and water, so we can sprint it. Getting that goat and killing it and cooking it up was a huge boon to us. One thing I like about this game, even still, is like how the nature is. Like you can see the trees swaying gently in the wind, and like just the spread of the trees. Even though there aren't that many different models and stuff, and like the mixture of the vegetation. I think this game sells like a a European forest actually really well. Like it sells the effect that you're in a forest, where a lot of other cheaper games fail to sell the idea that you're in a forest. I don't know. Like it's not very. Like I find this to be a very believable game for how it depicts like the nature and the rise and fall of the geography and stuff. Because geographically, this is based off a real area. The coastline is actually just a river in real life, but I think it's near like the Germany-Belgium border. I think I'm gonna be crazy. That's the Alta radio station. We don't need to go up to that radio station right now. Okay, that tractor's fucked. Oh, I mean, me too, but I've been in a forest before. I was in the Boy Scouts growing up, did camping and stuff. All right, we're getting close. Oh, dang. No electricity is hardcore. She must be super resourceful. Oh, fuck. Ah, that's what I get for crossing in the open and being lazy and not going down to the tree line. I'm dead now. So the chance I was just injured and blacked out and I could wake up again, but nah. That's how DayZ happens sometimes. Let's keep it on the south. Fuck. That's okay. That's what happens when you are a little baby boy. Yep. I heard cracks. There's a dude with a rifle, and he saw us running in the open, and he plopped us. Something high caliber. Yep, it can be that fast. It can be that fast. But now we're back on the coast. That zombie's aggroed. That zombie was aggroed on somebody. I am now a woman. I look like a Karen. So yeah, one thing it does is it randomizes your player model, which some people really don't like. I don't mind a whole heck of a lot because once you're in high-end gear, you know, you're in high-end gear. Yep, when you die, your body stays right there, and anyone can loot them. If I make it back to my body, I can get my stuff back. Maybe he's not aggro. Maybe he just has this little like half run step. Motorbike helmet is a good helmet for avoiding head trauma and getting knocked unconscious, but it also muffles your speaking volume like a lot, and it makes it really hard for you to talk to people in game. But yep, that's part of DayZ. You know, you get killed, you get sent back to the coast. So we're in some tiny podunk town. Kamishovo, okay. There's a police station here. Shotgun shells. That's a good find. Shotguns aren't too hard to come across. And shotguns are powerful. Lots of zombies here though. It means lots of people have been through here to attract them. This one's like slightly aggroed, but yeah, they're just on edge. A military cargo plane is on its way to Greece now. I have no idea where that is. The helmet right there. Handcuffs. Well, I can right here, so I'm trying to get some free water. Trying to like, get noticed by the zombie. It's not moving too much. Okay. Police station is probably looted because this is a relatively high-end. Fuck yes. And guess who found shotgun shells earlier? This ugly motherfucker. It's already loaded. Holy shit. What's it loaded with? Yeah, buck. Dude, nice. Okay. Well. You know I said this place is probably looted? That's a good sign. Well, no, that's a newbie shirt. So somebody did loot here and just left the shotgun that had ammo in it? That's wild. People be crazy. The rest of this place is picked over. I'm not gonna go to the roof because I don't want to get shot. Backpack would be lovely. There's a zombie right there in the door frame. It's usually pretty rare for you to get a gun with ammo this early. I just want to point that out. It seems really quick. That was really lucky. That was stupid lucky. Especially on your spawn town. That's not really supposed to be how that happens. Damn. Oh, a knife. That's good. A spare knife is always freaking amazing. Let's eat some of this canned spaghetti we had. All right. Let's head up to Tolga. There's a hunting lodge and ski resort up there that we can get some more hunting loot at. Good chance at more shotgun shells and some decent clothing and bags. Though camo, we are not right now. So we're just heading up towards this next set of hunting loot. Airdrop is being captured. My guy's getting cold from being on the top of these tall mountains in capris and a t-shirt. There's my gal. Yeah, this is not really, you know, German hiking equipment right here, I would say. Tiny food. I will take tiny food. Makarov magazine. Common civilian pistol. The Russian Makarov. A pink jacket. Glaces. I can see. I can fight. And it's a rifle, but we've got a shotgun already. I don't need to carry another rifle. It's not a good one. All right. We'll take this shirt. There we go. Who doesn't like a flannel? That's where Grishnu is. Okay, up there near the northwest. Okay, that makes sense. Christmas lights. Another Makarov mag. If we find a Makarov, we got 2 spare mags for it. Tincture. Handsaw. Very useful for when you're building a base, but not what I need right now. I need basic equipment. 7.62 bullets. Screwdriver. Metal wire. There we go, hiking jacket. Get some more free water from here. Hockey mask. Hammer. Actually, hammers are really good for base building too, but once again, we don't have basic stuff like a backpack. Forgot that they changed this so sunglasses actually tint your vision. And they'd get rid of the glare. That's actually funny. Gas stove. All right. I'm actually getting a little tired here. We've been going for an hour and a half. So I think I want to bounce. Like I said, I will be playing more Le Mans Ultimate soon. And there are more racing games soon. Like I said, LMU is releasing like this week. Like leaving early access, going to a full launch. But we're a little tired. We've played for about an hour and a half. And yeah, so anyways, I will catch you later. Peace.